National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's Charles Davis. Full disclosure, we both have mittens. We both have coats on up here in the booth. This one, it's going to be interesting.
I've got the long johns, the socks, the boots, you name it. You know me in cold weather, we don't get along all that well. But these games are always interesting because you never know how it's going to play out. One slip, someone's going for 80 yards, and you could lose a game.
First of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They'll run on first down. Noble. This will go for 5 up to the 33. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Fox. And it's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Back to throw. Fox. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. To throw on 2nd down. Fox. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Looking to throw. Fox. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Steelers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. The Colts send out their punter as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Off-play action. Fox. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Fox. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only two rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Back to throw. Fox. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. Second and 11. Second and 11. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Back to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Fox. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Working with a 2nd and 4. Now a give right side. Noble. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Unable to corral him. He fights through. 68 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd down, Noble. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling...
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go!
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Back to throw here. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at it.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Fox. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On first down, Fox. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a give right side. Noble. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's complete. It's Allington. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts 23. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On 1st and 10, Fox. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Fox. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. On 3rd down, Fox. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, That would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Colts set to take over here offensively. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight. Come on.
Well, here's the call. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Page. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This the first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Well, the Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Page, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tucker Roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Now here's a throw that's complete, and he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll go option to the short side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Pushes him aside at the 10.
Here we go. That's what we are.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Touchdown Colts! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
They'll look to throw. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fox. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Fox. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Let's go.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Noble, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and And he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Looking to throw. Fox.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fox. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23.
And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st down, Page.
Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They're going to look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Colts send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
86 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Fox. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. Buying time, and now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught. It's Ellington. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Noble. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Second and 11 now.
From the gun, Fox. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff here to his running back.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
To throw on second down, Fox. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Steelers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Fox. Forced out to his left. That is an absolute backbreaker. That design passing play wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
3 yards remain for second down. Looking to throw. Fox. Able to shake him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, we would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on 3rd down, Fox. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Fox. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. From the gun on 3rd down, Fox. And that's complete. It's Ellington. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Fox. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
He'll look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 2nd and 5. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Page. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll keep it on the ground. Noble. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On third down, Fox. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here we go on fourth down. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.